Okay, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and acquire to get images that you'll be using inside of your Star Wars movie and eventually within animations. So I'm going to bring you to Google Images. How do I do it? I'm going to go to my Safari. So here's my browser. We're on Mac, so I'm going to use Safari. I click on Safari. I'm going to come up here to my URL. I'm going to type in google.com. In Google, you're going to see up here on the right hand side, see where it says images. So I'm going to go ahead and select images, and then inside of images I'm going to type, how about Star Wars laser, and I'm not sure, so I'm going to just go Star Wars laser blaster. I'm just going to go with this and see what comes up. And here I have a whole series of different lasers. You know what I'm going to do is I know that I want to show you something. So I'm going to pull up my iMovie, because what I'm eventually going to have you do is you see this scene right here. This scene right here, I'm going to have you with this plane and this angle. I'm going to have you have lasers fire out of the guns and be shooting at the cruiser right there eventually. So I've learned that you have to, I need to get this, whoops, let me click here so you can see it. You need to get, when we go get an image, we're going to go get an image of a laser, but I can't have it level, horizontal like this. I need to have it so that it's in this angle here, as close as possible to this angle here as it's firing, or this, or this. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for as I'm looking for different lasers on this site. So I'm going to go back to I'm going back to my Safari, because the low end, the graphics, whether at iMovie or Photos with on our Macs, allows rotation in 90-degree increments, but it doesn't allow custom slight ones. And if it allowed slight, I could use any of these, but it will allow me to flip. And so I'm looking at right now, this is one I liked before, and I'm not going to be able to use it, but I can see that some of these other ones are going to work for me. And in particular, this one right here will work, because the angle, and what else is going to work for me? I might as well get one or two. And you know what I'm going to try this one right here, and I might try this one here. Actually, I might try this one here and let it flip. So this is how you get an image, okay? I'm going to click on the image. Click. Once I have the image, I'm not going to click this time. I like the image, and I'm going to hold down the control key, and I'm going to click on it. Click. And this option window appears, and it says Save Image As. I'm going to go ahead and go to my desktop, and on my desktop I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to call it Star Wars Images. So I'm going to go New Folder, click, New Folder, Star Wars Images. Then I'm going to hit Create. It's now on, and then I'm going to say laser 1, save, and then that's my laser red. And then I'm going to come over here, I'm going to close it. I'm still in the same window, but this one is expanded. So now I'm going to unexpand it by hitting this X, and this is the one I was looking at, right? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I think is it this one here? I guess it's that one right there. Now I'm going to go get now I guess I should stay. I'm going to go with this angle right now too. And I'm looking at these others. That's a good laser right there. I like it. And this is a good laser. I'm trying to think if I was to rotate it. I'm going to try this one right now and see what happens. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to go to right click, Control, Save Image As. And then I'm going to go to Laser 2. And remember, now I'm in that folder. So there's laser 1, I'm doing laser 2. I already created my folder and it sees it. That's why I'm going to hit save. and now both of them are saved on into that folder on my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and drop this window. Here's iMovie. I'm going to hide iMovie briefly. So iMovie, hide iMovie. In the next tutorial, we'll come back to it. But I'm going to go to my photos, and inside of photos, here's my regular old photos. Oops. And here's all my photos. Okay? And I was playing around, so you can see this one here that I had. And I'm going to go File, Import. Now I'm bringing the photos from that folder on my desktop into Photos because there's a direct connection, almost like a doorway that goes from Photos into iMovie. And so why not do little edits and have it sitting there waiting for me? So I'm going to click on Laser 1, and I'm going to hold the Shift key, and I could do multiple selections. No, what I'm going to do, no, I need to import both. So I'm going to go Laser 1, Laser 2. I was holding my Shift key. Okay, so I'll do that again. I hold Laser 1, and I could go Review and Import and come back and get Laser 2, but I hate wasting time, so I'm going to do a multiple selection. I push down my Shift key. I click on Laser 2, and now both of them are selected, and I go Review for Import. Here's both of them are in there. I'm now going to go ahead and reduce the size of these. So how about, let's do this one first. And look at this. I guess they're both. I didn't realize I still haven't imported them fully in. Okay, they're both in. I'm going to double click on this one right here. Click, click. And I'm going to, now that this one is active, I'm going to come up here. This is the editing settings. And I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And now I'm going to come to one I might rotate. Ooh, nice. I like that angle. It's going to fit perfectly. And then crop. Now what I'm going to do is, I don't need this handle, so I'm going to take the handle out, and I like the angle, and I don't need that much size. I'm not even sure if I need the all of it. So I'm thinking of narrowing this down. I need to reduce this there. And how about, I might be chopping off just a little too much. And there, all I'm doing is trying to get to the colors that I want. That's, maybe I should try both sides, but I don't like the darkness on that side. So I think I'm going to go like that, move it a little bit, and I'm not sure if that's going to work for me, but I'm going to say revert to original. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to come in, I'm going to go crop, so I have crop tool on. I'm going to reduce, let's see what happens. I'm going to reduce this to there. Now I can resize it inside of, there's some tools I have available to me inside of, I might go like that, see what happens, and I'll just reduce it when I get into, but I think that's what I'm going to keep for now. I'm going to say done. And then I'm going to go get the second one. I'll see what happens. Oh, and I think, let me go back in here. I think I wanted to flip it, didn't I? So I'm going to go rotate there. So that's the one I want. I'm going to say done. Then I'm going to go back to all photos. I'm going to come to, where's my other one? Oh, right here. So right there's one. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to select, I'm going to do crop. Where's crop? And then same thing with this. I'm going to reduce it to about there. Okay, let's see what happens there. And then I should be able to reduce it. I have it at that angle. This might not work well because see that background? I should have kept it black because now it's going to really stick out. And just so you see what happens here, see, I can turn this like that, but it's just cropping a lot of stuff out. I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to say done. And There I go. How about, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to say, go back to all photos. All right, double click. There. I'm going to go back to this one, see if I can double click, do this, go to crop, and I guess I can go like that to make it just, okay, done. Now I'm going to go into, as of now, I've selected my laser, I brought it into photos, and I've edited it into the kind of look I'm looking for. And now I'm going to go into iMovie. This will be the next tutorial. I'll bring it into iMovie, and in there I'll slightly resize it, match it up to my plane, and it'll look like the plane is shooting these lasers. That's our next step if you go on to the next tutorial.